Okay, we got another art deck here. Very special art deck. I first saw this, I was watching Kelly of The Truth and Story. It was a wonderful website. And she does live chats every Saturday at 4 o'clock. And during the live chat, she picks out oracle cards usually, or sometimes tarot cards, and then just gives sort of a, reads them and sort of gives us something to inspire the chat with. Anyway, she pulled out this deck, and commentary from the other people that were in the chat was saying this is one of the most underrated decks around. So I decided to get it. I had to. I've seen it so many times on Amazon, but I didn't understand it. I didn't know what it was about, and so. But then when I saw her little video on it, I said, "Oh, I got to get this deck." So I did, of course. The neat thing about this deck is it opens up like this. Now it's going to be hard to show how this works. The backs are all Klimt. It's kind of like an oracle, tarot deck. It's really a tarot deck, but it can also be used as an oracle deck. And what you do is, what can be done is you can take a card. Here's the Ace of Pentacles, the last card, and then you can raise this up. It locks in place, and then you can put this card, whatever card you choose to put in, and you slide it in, and you have like a stand that you can put anywhere on your desk or on your piano, and so you have a really beautiful presentation of a tarot deck, tarot card that you can enjoy for the day or the month. Enjoy it at work or at home. It's really beautiful, and it's just beautifully made, and the cards can fit inside, so everything fits together really nice. And the only way of getting out of this, you have to kind of slide it out with your hands. So that is the art of life. So it's art by different people, and then it's quotes by famous people as well. So you have the art and the quotes, and then you have the suit. So it's fantastic. Now I'm going to show you what this deck is like, but keep it in mind. So it's a display case to showcase your art as well, the cards as well, and they're beautiful pieces of art. So here we go. I'm going to show you this to you, and I think you'll be very impressed. I was very impressed. So you can use this as a tarot deck or as an oracle deck. So it kind of goes both ways because it's very inspirational. It has the inspirational, it has beautiful paintings, classic paintings, and then it has great inspirational quotations that very much play into the suit and the number. So you'll see what I mean. Okay, so let's start from the beginning. Oh, that's not the beginning. The beginning is on the other side. Here we go. So here we have the Fool. Let's put this in a good place. And I read every one of them when I first got them, and I just love it. The Fool, what is the quote? It's a quote from Henry David Thoreau. You must live in the present. Launch yourself on every wave. Find your eternity in each moment. And that's the Fool. That sounds like the Fool. The Magician. This is by Paul Signac. He's in this painting was done in 1890. It's found in the Museum of Modern Art in New York City. It's The Magician. And the caption is, the quote is from William Henley. I am the master of my fate. I am the captain of my soul. High Priestess by Adelon Redden. He does beautiful work. I never heard of him until I started looking at this deck. Amazing, amazing art. This you can find at the Indianapolis Museum of Art. And the quote is from Lao Tzu. At the center of your being, you have an answer. You know what you are, and you know what you want. So you have here the card, the High Priestess, and then you have the quote that is about the High Priestess, that will allow you to not only attach a picture with the quote, but get you to know her as well by these wonderful quotes that they have on each card. You can also see how this is an oracle deck because it has the quotes. This is the Empress, This is by Raphael. It's a National Gallery in London. Only passions, great passions, can elevate the soul to great things. Dennis Diderot. Okay, so you got so much going on here. You got the art, you got the tarot cards, you got these great quotes, and they all really work together. I mean, someone has taken so much thought into doing this. In fact, as I was looking back here, it says here the person who put this together was Charlene Livingstone. For over 25 years, Charlene Livingstone taught art and English to gifted students in Toronto. She's still very involved with the arts and writing, and currently works as a gallery guide at the Gallery of Ontario. The Art of Life Tarot brings together Charlene's literary interests and her background in visual arts. So it was the perfect person to put this together. And as I said, just the fact you can showcase the art, wherever you want to on a daily, every day or every month or every week, however you want to do it. So we're going to go through the deck. I'm not going to go through all the quotes unless I see something that is exceptional, but everything's exceptional. The cards are beautiful. They're not that thick, but they're just beautifully done. Just beautifully done. Empress. Here we have King Henry VIII. His saying is, first say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do. Very emperor-like. The Hierophant. Quite a few quotes from Franklin Delano Roosevelt. Rules are not necessarily sacred. Principles are. I mean, come on. What is not to love about this? Pascal. The heart has reasons that reason cannot know. These are brilliant. This is a painting by Frederick Watts of 1869. It's a lovers, obviously a man and a woman. The Chariot. Ralph Waldo Emerson. Do not go where the path may lead. Go instead where there is no path and leave a trail. Are you kidding me? These are great. Anyways, so let's just keep going. I can't read all of them. Strength. The Hermit. Nowhere can man find a quieter or more untroubled retreat than his own soul. Marcus Aurelius. The Wheel of Fortune. Muha. Vincent. This is from William Shakespeare. This, above all, to thine own self be true, and it must follow as night the day. Thou canst not be false to any man. And here's some modern art. When I let go of what I am, I become what I might be. The Hangman. Now, of course, Klimt. Death. Temperance. Pissarro. The Devil. Wat Pumen. The Tower. Friedrich Nietzsche, we all know this. So what does not destroy me makes me stronger. Another Vincent. The Moon. Henry Rousseau. The Sun. What a beautiful sun. Look at that light in that picture. Joseph Turner. I never heard of him, but what a gorgeous picture. Judgment. Thomas Hans. The World. Da Vinci. So you see how beautiful these are. Oh, they're just fantastic. Okay, so the King of Swords and dog hair. King of Swords, looking very kingly. The Queen of Swords. So you learn about art, you learn about language, you learn about authors, you learn about yourself, you learn great sayings that you could use over and over again, or they're there to inspire you. Don Quixote. This is a Buddhist proverb, Page of Swords. When the student is ready, the master will appear. Page of Swords. So, if you remember the quote, or if you really like the quote, you're going to remember the card, because it's hard, okay, pages are all, a new energy, a young person learning the sword suit or learning how to be, communicate better, learn better, because it's a page, so it's someone who's in the certain level of learning. But here, if you were to connect the Page of Swords with when the student is ready, the master will appear. I mean, that just sort of, it just makes it more interesting, and it speaks volumes. So now we are going backwards. Benjamin Franklin, those things that hurt instruct. The Nine of Swords, the longer we dwell on our misfortunes, the greater is their power to harm us. Voltaire. I've never heard of these quotes. This is amazing. Okay. This is a picture of a painting of Wyeth, and it's done in 1927. It's Columbus crossing the Atlantic. But then it's also a quote from Christopher Columbus. You can never cross the ocean unless you have the courage to lose sight of the shore. So it gives you another take on how to read these sword suits. Friedrich Nietzsche has some great quotes in here. Seven of Swords. One must have chaos in oneself to be able to give birth to a dancing star. Six of Swords. So you see that they're not demonstrating the actual pictures. It's not a card like the Rider-Waite where you see the pictures. They just have paintings that are evocative of that suit, of that number, and of the element or the suit. And what really brings it together is the quote. Elizabeth Barrett Browning, Four of Swords. My sun sets to rise again. So here we have, in a Rider-Waite Smith, we have someone, kind of in repose, in meditation. And then there's no meditation here, although it's a quiet scene, it's a pastoral scene. And then we have the quote, my sun sets to rise again. So it does talk about meditation. The Three of Swords. We don't really see the Three of Swords, but we see a gentleman who seems like he's in difficult times. He looks kind of downtrodden. He looks kind of sad. And it says, difficulties exist to be surmounted. Ralph Waldo Emerson. Ralph Waldo Emerson is often quoted in this. Two of Swords. Now, we don't see the Two of Swords. We see a man contemplative. As a man thinketh, so is he. As a man chooseth, so is he. So it's about choice. I love this quote by Louisa May Alcott. I am not afraid of storms, for I am learning to sail my ship. Okay, so this is set up so the suits go backward. Not backwards, but they start with the king and go backwards. So we have Napoleon. We have a Renoir. We have a Voulard, and a quote by Marcel Proust. George Eliot, Page of Wands. It's never too late to be what you might have become. Ten of Wands. I love this. Nine of Wands. This is Rousseau again. Very stylized Rousseau. In times of stress, be bold and valiant. The Eight of Wands. Nothing ever is, but all things are becoming. All things are the offspring of flux and motion. the Eight of Wands. Now again, you don't see the Eight of Wands. You see roiling water, sort of indicative of a Eight of Wands, with all the wands flying around. But then the quote brings it all together. A Seven of Wands. Life is not a matter of holding good cards, but playing a poor hand well. Rousseau. Van Gogh. Klimt. The painting is Klimt. The painting is Klimt. It's the Three of Wands. The quote is Robert Louis Stevenson. To be what we are and to become what we are capable of becoming is the only end of life. This is funny. This is Two of Wands. And it's a painting by Robert Roger de la Fresnaye in 1908. It's in Paris. The quote is by J.P. Morgan. The first step towards getting somewhere is to decide that you are not going to stay where you are. Well, making a decision. I've seen this picture. Oh, William Blake. I did the, that's funny. I did the William Blake tarot, which I love. And this is from William Blake. And that's a picture from William Blake. It's in a private collection. The quote is from Goethe. Whatever you can do, begin it. Boldness has genius, power, and magic in it. Paul Gauguin, King of Cups. Cassatt, Queen of Cups. Knight of Cups. This is Pat Mercy, 1870, Hungarian National Gallery, Budapest. Ooh. Edward Burne-Jones painting. That is gorgeous. And then Lord Byron says, there is no instinct like that of the heart. Put that aside. Ten of Cups. Let us be grateful to people who make us happy. They are the charming gardeners who make our souls blossom. Nine of Cups. Eight of Cups. Maybe he's going away. Seven of Cups. It shows some choices. Six of Cups. This is interesting. Claude Monet. It's called Red Kerchief. She's wearing a red, kerchief, head thing. And then it says, Sir J.M. Barrie, God gave us memories so that we might have roses in December. Ooh. Renoir. This is an African proverb. When the music changes, so should the dance. This is very, very thought-provoking. Another Renoir. I used to have this painting when I was in college. I love this painting. Now this is Elizabeth Barrett Browning, Two of Cups. This is by Claude Monet. And the quote is, I love you not only for what you are, but for what I am when I'm with you. That's sweet. And Shakespeare. Okay. As I said, that's a Klimt background. We're almost done. Hope you're finding this interesting. I'm really enjoying this. This is Euripides. This is the King of Pentacles. Wealth stays with us a little moment, if at all. Only our characters are steadfast, not our gold. Oh, it's sort of thought-provoking. Mohammed. Riches are not from abundance of worldly goods, but from a contented mind. That's a great picture. Knight of Pentacles. The secret of success is constancy of purpose. Disraeli. The Eight of Pentacles. Again, well, here we do see someone perfecting his painting, and this is Van Gogh, of course. Until you try, you don't know what you can do. The Six of Pentacles, Muhammad. A man's true worth is the good he does in this world. This was funny. Five of Pentacles, Degas. Resolve to be thyself and know that he who finds himself loses his misery. I was kind of being lost a little bit. This lady looks a little lost. Another Mary Cassatt. And this is from Oscar Wilde, who's another wonderful person to quote. Ordinary riches can be stolen, real riches cannot. In your soul are infinitely precious things that cannot be taken from you. What a beautiful picture that is, Degas. I never saw that with all those blues in it. He does a lot of dancers. And Henry David Thoreau was back with us, Ace of Pentacles. So, oh, this is just a beautiful deck. So this can be read as a tarot deck, or be used as an oracle deck. Pick one and use it for your inspiration for the day, or for the week, or for the month. And I am going to put this in this box. I'll put my cards back in my box. They fit very nicely in there. And then I'm going to take the Page of Cups, which is by Edward Byrne, the painting. It's a beautiful painting. And There is No Instinct Like That of the Heart by Lord Byron. And I'm going to slide it in the top of my book here. Slide it in. And I'm going to put this up and have it displayed right on top of my fireplace. How awesome is that? Oh my goodness. Another great one. How did they do it? It's really beautiful. I hope you've enjoyed this video. There you go. Gorgeous deck. Gorgeous. Have a great day. Thanks.